Hello, it's Aunt Beck. I'm making a quick video because some subscriber suggested that I make this video and had some questions about the consistency of the frosting on the fake cakes. And so I wanted to just tell you guys this is what I use to ice the cakes, the base of the cakes, so that the flat ice part of it that you paint. I use this one. I feel like it's very lightweight, and if you feel different kinds of spackling and you start working with them, you'll know what I mean. This is very light, very airy, but you do have to whip it first. So that's the one I use for the icing. This is the one I use for piping. And this is much thicker than that first one. This one is really good consistency for piping. And I've actually tried to pipe with this one, and no, does not turn out well. So this one is much more like real buttercream right out of the bucket. So when I say whip it, I mean, like, hopefully you can see this. You have to like whip it up with the spatula. Okay, so if you were to make regular buttercream and then you left it in a container for a couple of days, this is exactly what you would do before you used it again. You would whip it up. And you get some of the air bubbles out. So this is like a nicer consistency than this. Okay, hopefully you can see the difference between just a little bit. I mean, that took me what, 10 seconds to get this. Instead of this air bubble mess. Okay, and so then the other thing is, you can add paint to it before you pipe. You can add paint to it before you even ice the base coat. I always paint after, though. That's my choice. So that's what I prefer. And the main reason is because when you add paint to this spackling, it gets thinner. And if you're going for a dark color, the more paint you have to use, and it gets thinner and it gets thinner. So then when you go to pipe, your piping will not stand up. It'll start to spread. It's too soft. It won't be sturdy. So we want a nice, sturdy borders like this. So if I had done this border, let's just say I wanted to do it in orange, it probably isn't going to have all those details in it. It's going to start to melt. It gets very like watery looking because you've added paint. So that's why I do all my details. And then if I was going to paint this orange, I paint it after. So, and here's a good example of something that's really challenging to paint after, but I do it anyway. A black cake. So you can still see that there's like lots of little white spots. But if I were to try to add paint to the spackling before I pipe, this would be sloppy. It'd just be sloppy and drippy. So yeah, that's my advice on your spackling, on icing. and piping and what you need to do to get a nice looking cake. I hope you like this video. I'll see you next time.